Guys, what if? More like, what the flip? What was this? What was this? What did we watch this season? Seriously, the duck. The duck. He made love with the lady from Two Broke Girls. Okay, guys, I gotta pull this up. No, but they made another lady. They made a bird lady, and she shows up out of nowhere at the end of the thing. What the flip? No, seriously. Wait. Okay, Two Broke Girls. Two Broke Girls. That Darcy is the name of the character here, but it's Natalie Portman's supposed best friend. Here we go. Here we go. It's Kat Dennings, I believe, is the actress's name from Two Broke Girls. If you can see on the screen, it's above me. I don't know. I don't know. You guys are watching it. You're the ones who'll figure it out. But we got chick from Two Broke Girls, and we got Howard the Duck. Let's see. Let's see. Jeff Bezos, give me interweb. Let's pull up Howard the Duck. Here is Howard the Duck. This is Howard. This is our duck man. Let's see. Enhance. Jarvis, enhance. That did not do what I wanted it to do. But still. Oh, here we go. Here's a wonderful photo. Here's a beautiful photo. A beautiful couple. A beautiful couple. What the flip? What the heck? Why is this my what if? Why is this happening? Wait, okay, I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up the episode list. This is insane. Okay, let's think about it. This is the worst season. I like it. I'm a Marvel glazer. I love the Marvel stuff. I love all the comic book stuff, and I'm pretty indiscriminate too. Not super indiscriminate. I'm the guy who liked Black Adam like a lot. I think it was like the best DC movie in a while. I liked Shazam too. It was great. Um, okay, let's just go episode by episode. Episode one, we have the Mech Avengers. They have the Hulk come back, and the Hulk actually gets to be the Hulk. Except we have like the B Avengers, and like none of them are engaging. Like none. Like Kate Bishop, Hawkeye would have been engaging. Um, Ms. Marvel would have been an engaging version of Avenger, but I guess they put all of them on the Kid Avengers, the Young Avengers, when they were still planning to do that. This whole thing was like made like years ago before they had to completely pivot on everything because everything started flopping. Oh no, everything started flopping. Okay, it's like maybe like can all of this like stuff if none of these characters work. But no, we need to keep the episode of the Mech Avengers. Why? Why? Also, if you're gonna go crazy Hulk, do Maestro. Maestro Hulk is where he just like the Hulk and the Smart Hulk combine, but it's evil. And so he kills everyone, everything. Kind of how they have Infinity Ultra. Also, the show doesn't understand what infinity means. Like, not even a little. Not even a little. I mean, like, okay, either there's infinite things, but they're all based off of slight variations. But even then, like, there's infinite times for it to go. Like, unless it's happening in real time and all these alternate universes have to spawn off in real time. Like maybe that's your one caveat makes this make sense, but it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. And that's the thing so infuriating. Infuriating. It's so infuriating because it's like okay, basically at the end we get to this point where Infinity Ultron basically they realize they're like, oh, this is what really annoyed me. Okay, Infinity Ultron. There's infinite universes where Ultron gets all of the stones, kills everyone, gets all the Infinity Stones, kills everyone, and then just sits there. And Ultron, with all of the stones, has the power to go out into the multiverse to see the Watcher to go through the fifth dimension. He doesn't need to have a shard of fifth dimension infused with his ship. He can just do it. Oh my lord! Oh my lord, Infinity Ultron, you're some crazy sort of guy. I can't believe you can just do that. And apparently there's infinite of these. No one asked the simple what if Ultron worked? Shocker! What if Ultron worked? That's Doctor Strange 2. That's the whole point of that thing, Doctor Strange 2. When they go to the universe of the Baxter building and they're like, yeah, Ultron worked. The robots are good. So you're like, why wouldn't there be a universe where Ultron was good and Ultron finds the Infinity Stones, gets them, is superpowered, and it's benevolent. And if that happens, then there's also infinite universes in which Ultron's really good, gets all the power, can harness the stones, has this fifth dimensional perception ability, and thinks, let's go throughout the multiverse. Because Reed Richards, not some crazy guy or whatever, just a normal dude, smart dude, but a human being, goes, I wonder if there are other universes. Oh yeah, there are. So in Doctor Strange 2, we're supposed to believe in whatever it is, 838, that Reed Richards and the Future Foundation and all these people and the Ultron, they didn't find the stones, but they did find the multiverse. So what is to say? Why wouldn't there be Ultrons that found the stones and found the multiverse and gone and was like, oh, let's go find things, and instantly just like talk to the Watchers? Because if one Infinity Ultron could have whooped one Watcher's booty and taken their power and really messed stuff up, why wouldn't there been like infinite Infinity Ultrons going around and kicking booty? Why wouldn't that be a thing? Why is that? Why is that not the case? Why would that not be the case? That totally would be the case. And apparently, there's only 3 Watchers. Oh, plus 1, plus a Watu. There's 4 Watchers, but somehow there's a creed and oath. I took the oath. I took the oath. Did you take the oath? Don't say no to substances that are illicit. I took the oath to say no to illicit substances. You take the oath. What the heck? What are you doing there? What are you doing there? There's only 4 of these people, but somehow there's an order, an oath, and a whole thing. I always go to the Messianic temple and I pray and I say, I swear, I do solemnly swear to stand for truth, justice, and the American way. Superman, da 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 da, two, no, but there's 4 guys with big heads, and that constitutes an order of people. And they say, hey, we can't interfere or mess things up or kill people. But if one person does, now we can go and overcorrect. It's like 2 wrongs don't make a right. Like, how are you supposed to be these like wise ancient beings? Also, most infuriating thing when that finale happens, I just blew into the mic, but you're expecting fifth dimensional beings, right? And they're doing combat. First off, these fifth dimensional beings, why can't they just like boom, atomize you and just boom, you turn into spaghetti? Wanda could do that. She could warp reality. So you have fifth dimensional powers, but you can't warp reality. But they can do is they can make these orbs happen, and they can put all of them in orbs and throw them against a mountain and just slowly, with more force, they get hit with power, miscellaneous power. What? They can open portals in reality. Why couldn't they just go through and open a portal right into Birdie's heart, into her chest cavity, and just like literally go and just rip her open? I mean, we literally saw Cassandra Nova in Deadpool literally turn friggin' what's his name? Turn Johnny Storm, turn the Human Torch into just meat, into just organs. Like literally, just completely like boom, decompose him. Literally, and I mean not in the sense of like you have food that's decomposing, but I mean in the sense that you're undoing his composition. You're uncomposing all of the parts of him that make him. She literally ripped him like apart piece by piece. Why wouldn't the Watchers just do that the instant they get on that planet with them? Right? I get with Infinity Ultron, they're fighting them, but then they go into this planet, and the Watchers are like just doing normal combat. Like it's so stupid. And then somehow there's 3 Watchers that are evil, and they all take the oath, and so now there's 5 Watchers, including the Exiles. Oh my god, can't believe they used the Exiles for that. Not that I'm even excited about the Exiles to begin with. But yeah, oh my god, so much wrong. So much wrong. This should be called Whatnot. And I'm a Marvel Glazer. I watched Echo. Actually, that was the only one I didn't get all the way through. It just was too boring. Too boring, was going nowhere. Nothwhere. Nothing was happening. It was going nowhere. That's what I mean to say. Echo, echo, echo. It's so bland and doesn't need to exist. Oh my god, don't even get me started on Moon Knight. Moon Knight was like that too. Moon Knight was so awful. Like that was literally your Batman. Literally Batman. Literally your Batman, and you made oh no, oh no, I'm troubled Tim. What's the guy from the little Tim, Twisted Tim? I'm totally messing up, but the in it whatever, it's like a Christmas story or whatever with Ebenezer Scrooge. There's Tiny Tim, and he has a limp and he has a walking stick and a cane, because tiny little Tim, just me, tiny little Tim, just walking around foraging for berries. Me, tiny Tim. Uh, uh, we got Moon Knight, we got Batman, but instead you made him Tiny Tim, bro. What were you doing? Why did you turn Batman into Tiny Tim from A Christmas Story? Are you kidding me? Oh, and don't worry, he shows up here. guess all of his stuff, his weird stuff with Khonshu, anything that was interesting in that. Oh my, I'm just so upset because all of this was good and they had so much good stuff they could have done and they just chose to write garbage. Like, and it doesn't even need to have a good budget. Like, you can say, you know how everyone's like, we want a grounded Batman thing. We hate interesting things with characters and comic book, villains and things. I just want Batman to be just doing normal mysteries. You're like, then you could have done it with Moon Knight on a shoestring budget. You could have just had Moon Knight going around solving crime, but he'd pull up in like an iced out, like white, bedazzled Bugatti. And you'd be like, oh my God. Like, and Sue would be like, oh, he's rich. I get it. You don't have to even like do crazy stuff to make this guy seem like the Batman with a different color scheme. He's literally Batman with the Future Foundation color scheme. Color scream. Ah, he's literally Batman. He's literally Batman. And you somehow took Batman and made that not work. And so likewise, you did this with this episode. You're like, oh, Maestro, like, no, we're getting the Hulk turns into Godzilla, and it's like a poorly written Godzilla versus King Kong. Bro, Godzilla versus King Kong was already out. It already existed. This was nowhere better. All of your heroes suck. All of them suck. Shang-Chi is cool. His movie's cool, but then it turns into like gobbledygook at the end, and just like it just goes nowhere. It just turns into like boom, big sky dragon. You're like, what? And like even then, you're just like, it's so bad. The Hood, Riri Williams. Stop trying to make Riri Williams happen. Stop trying to make Fetch happen. There's your friggin' Mean Girls reference, but literally it was that. You're like, stop trying to make this happen. This character's not happening. Like just insane. So much of that. I know I jumped to the oh my god. Can we talk about the episode with Riri Williams? This is so annoying too. Okay, let's just go one by one. Let's go one by one by one. The first one is Bruce Banner. They did bad with that. It's lame. Ed Norton was a much more convincing, tortured, troubled guy. And Mark Ruffalo, it's giving literally eating soy. Like, people would say, like, oh, you eat soy, like, you're going to become, like, effeminate and, like, basically be, like, a femboy. Why is my Hulk submissive and breedable? What? Yeah, why is Mark Ruffalo, like, the worst casting ever for that role? Why? Why? And then we give him, like, the worst arcs. Let's see. I would say, okay, you know what? I'm pulling it up. We're pulling up Jeff Bezos' internet. Jarvis, pull that up. We're going to pull up Google Goggles. One episode summary. Here we go. We've got Hulk goes crazy. Bucky, Monica Rambeau. Come on. I want to see, not even, is she even called Photon? I don't even remember at this point. So many bad movies, including the Marvels, came out. I tried to like the Marvels. That's how much of a glazer I am. I enjoyed the Marvels. Actually, I thought it was pretty funny. Like, I'm telling you, I'm cooked. And I couldn't even tolerate What If. It was so bad, which is so crazy because the first season was like 90% good, or whatever, like call it 50% good, 50% okay. This was bad. The whole thing was bad. There was one episode, the Agatha episode, surprisingly. And then even then, the ending was so stupid. You're like, oh, the Celestials are going to come and kill you and like destroy Earth. And she's like, no, I'm cool. I'm going to like, be in space. I'm like, I'm just going to stay here. Like, you have to kill them. You have to kill them all now. Galactus could have shown up. That would have been, how do you say, cool, interesting, worth watching this stupid show for. You put Storm in it, but you can't put Galactus in it. You couldn't put any other X-Men in it. Why are the Exiles all chicks? They made it all chicks. Like, I'm not like, oh, it's DEI or whatever. Like, that's not like, I don't really care. Like, I don't have a bone to pick, but like, they just picked like, it's just, I mean, talk about not diverse. Literally not diverse. It's literally all women. So I guess you get a girls get it done thing, but even the boys made fun of that. Like, they're like, look how transparent and like phony and performative it is. And then like you make them like poorly written and uninteresting and bland. Like, I get that they're not Mary Sue's, but still, like, it's like, if every time there's a thing primarily dominated by like all female protagonist, it's also poorly written and it's like the worst protagonist and the worst story ever, and that's every single time people see female protagonists, they're just going to pattern recognize and go, oh, female protagonist is probably going to be bad. Like, I don't think it's what the goal. I don't think anyone wants that. Like, I don't think anyone's sitting here like, oh, let's write bad shit with like female leads, so that everyone subconsciously associates female leads with bad stuff. Like, you know how stupid that is? I mean, I don't think a stereotype really existed, like in the sense that like Terminator, female lead, Alien, female lead. Like, these are like the best, like some of the biggest like movies of that era. And like, we didn't have this problem really as much where it's like, oh, is a chick as the lead? It's gonna be bad. Now it's like genuinely a pattern. No, it's not always, but when it comes to like superhero and like action stuff, it tends to be now. It's just like it just is a sign that like they're not prioritizing writing. So that's where like Supergirl, hopefully with James Gunn, is going to be really good because they're like, we're writing good scripts. That's what's happening. We're writing good scripts. Like if it's a Zatanna film, if it's like literally, like Raven, like doesn't matter. Also, that's the thing too is like people are like, oh, people don't like female characters. You're like, are you kidding me? People like Storm. Storm's awesome. Jean Grey's awesome. Rogue is the coolest. The coolest. She takes Captain Marvel's powers. She does all this stuff. Don't even Jean Grey with the Phoenix, like all of this stuff. Like, and so you're just like, oh, female characters. No one likes female characters. Like, no one likes like bad writing. Like, no one likes male characters with bad writing too. Like, there's so many things with male characters bad. Moon Knight, Moon Knight, Moon Knight. Did I forget to mention Moon Knight? Did I forget to mention the Inhumans? Oh my god! Like, stop writing bad things. Also, if ChatGPT can write a better script than you, if Nano V Movies can write a better script than you, it, guys on YouTube, go find Nano V Movies. If he can write a better script than you, guys, you shouldn't be doing this for a living. Go talk to Josh at the Den of Nerds. Go talk to oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. Rob at Comics Explained. If they can just look at the comics and write better scripts than you, like 1,000 times better, you shouldn't be doing that, or you should just literally hire them. Why are you hiring all these people who don't do anything decent? It's not impossible to be like, hey, we need to like make content for the social media streaming platform called Disney Plus. We need to have a Moon Knight show. Literally go to Eric Voss from New Rockstars and you'll have a better show. And that's not like a slight at Eric Voss. That just means like it's straightforward how to make good stuff. WandaVision was great. Loki was really good. Why is everything else bad? Why is What If awful? Like, I liked What If. And now this season made me go, oh my god, I don't like What If. I'm so annoyed by that. So Bucky Barnes, Monica Rambeau, talk about Bucky. Talk about an L for a character. Great character, turned awful. Slowly over time, same like the Hulk. Hulk got turned awful when they recasted him. Bucky is just awful. Monica Rambeau, just not even somehow Captain Marvel, the most like flat, boring character ever, poorly written. Brie Larson's awesome, by the way. Love her in Scott Pilgrim. Great actress. But you're just like, they gave her bad writing. And somehow Monica Rambeau is less interesting. Shocker, they should have put Miss Marvel on here, but they're saving her for the Young Avengers. They should have just because it's What If and you don't have to stick to it. Well, it's like, even if they're originally planning on the Young Avengers getting sucked into some Kang story, you're like, this is a universe since there's Infinite where that didn't happen and the Young Avengers become the Avengers because this whole weird Hulk thing happened. And then Sam, I mean, Falcon's just an interesting foil. It's like Robin. You know? Like, the only reason Dick Grayson became interesting is because then he went on the Teen Titans and they could kind of figure out what's a new arc for this character. It's the fact that he's not going to be like Batman. But with Sam Wilson, it's like, what's his arc? Well, I'm not going to be like Steve Rogers because he's a flawed individual. It's like, no, he's not. So, like, what can you do? Just be Steve Rogers, but with less backstory that's interesting, man being out of time and such, and all of the cool things that come with that. So instead, you have none of that. Okay. And so they're fighting the Hulk. Great. Actually, they're not fighting the Hulk. They're fighting Godzilla and stupid. Episode 2, Howard Stark, Agatha. This I loved. Agatha as a concept and the Eternals as a concept. These people have been here this whole time. But they didn't pop up until now when we got to them in Phase 4. But What if they had shown up and done cool stuff? I like the idea that Agatha says, there's a thing, I can save the planet and I can get immense power. Gets immense power, still can't bring back her kid. But Agatha's able to get that and then beat the Celestial, but then she just thinks, oh no, I'll just wing it and wait for the other Celestials to show up. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, the stupidest ending ever. Also, then follow up on that, that would clearly be the one that would shatter reality and be consequential. So dumb. Oh, Red Guardian goes with the Winter Soldier. Um, some reason the Winter Soldier turns himself in again at the end. So many things stupid about that one. You know what? Yeah. He turns himself in again. Nothing happens differently in the future because Howard Stark doesn't get killed. What? Oh, and the main bad guy of Iron Man 1 gets killed. So guess what would not happen? Tony Stark would not get caught with a box of scraps in the desert and make the Iron Man suit. That doesn't happen. None of that happens. That is the interesting stuff to show from this, not the process of the Red Guardian and the Winter Soldier hanging out. Are you kidding me? This is so stupid. Like, genuinely so stupid. Next, Howard the Duck and Darcy have a baby. Everyone's freaking out about the fact that a duck and a woman procreated, and it's an abomination. I'll let you make up your own mind about that one. But here's what I can say. Oh no, it was insane and stupid, and also somehow their duck egg was able to kill Thanos. That's when you know you're getting bad writing. Just you can't just retroactively make Thanos like an easy to kill person. That defeats the whole point of the whole thing. Then, in a universe where the Eternals never stopped the emergence, oh wow, this was really bad. Okay, here's the main point. At the end, what happens is Riri Williams is getting her booty whooped. And he's seen this happen a million times. And if she stands up and fights back, everything goes good. If she doesn't stand up and fight back, everything is screwed. And Quentin Beck wins and the universe is destroyed. Here's the thing. If there's infinite universes and infinite outcomes and infinite timelines, there's infinite universes where she backs down in this moment, and there's infinite universes where she stands up and fights back in this moment. So he doesn't need to say anything or whisper anything. The whole concept of the show, what if, that everything happens, everything's occurred and will occur until there's a multiversal war resetting. And even if it's branches forking off Idrisil, the world tree or whatever, they would branch from that moment. It'd be existing moments like this moment. Why would that not be the thing? Why would that not be the thing? This makes no sense. So he shouldn't have to do that. Just the episode with Shang-Chi and he has no powers. Okay. That's really interesting. They did an Old West episode instead of having all the Avengers as Old West versions and just showing off and just going and playing with that gimmick. They picked like two characters. They gave them no powers. They have no interesting interactions or references or relations together. Shang-Chi's from San Francisco, and this son of like evil like guy who's been around for centuries and eons, and Kate Bishop is just some chick who's good at archery. And I like Kate Bishop and I like Hawkeye. I mean, I like Kate Bishop and I like Shang-Chi, but this just makes literally no sense. Then the hood is there, and then the sister gets the hood, and then the Watcher has to intervene for some reason. Once again, totally misunderstanding the idea of the Watcher. Then episode 7 is just so bad. Just so bad. Just so bad. They show up. Storm's there with Thor's hammer. Bro, Birdie's there. Why is Birdie there? Birdie, I'm sorry. Why are you there? Like, I love you, girl, but like, why are you there? And I know, but I mean this in the kindest way. Like, it doesn't even make sense that you're here. Like, who invited you? Like, no, seriously. No, but they just misunderstand the concept of infinity, or they just like are being way too loosey goosey with it to the point where it's just completely annoying. Um, They also picked the worst characters to do anything with. They picked the least interesting stories. Oh, I mean, the Earth explodes and Quentin Beck is like the bad guy. Let's just get back to this. If Quentin Beck got nanotechnology, he for some reason kills the Earth. What? Also, if the Earth explodes for some reason, that means Quentin Beck. I don't even did. Was it that Quentin Beck stopped the Eternals from stopping the emergence, or just the emergence happens? Why wouldn't Quentin Beck conquer the galaxy if he's so evil? Why would he care about Earth? Also, Earth wouldn't exist and the atmosphere would be completely destroyed. The whole planet's just literally just dirt. There's no more atmosphere in existence. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Why did we do this? Why did we? Oh, and then at the end, they get depowered. Some reason Captain Carter died. Also, uh, does that imply that so originally they're getting burned out of reality by the 3 spinning watchers at the end? They're getting every variant of them is getting burned out of reality, and then Captain Carter jumps into it, which would make you think that she is now burned out of reality, which would mean the prior 2 seasons didn't happen. Those universes, all those things should collapse and eat in on itself. Like, none of that makes any sense. And then the third thing is that means Peggy Carter does not exist in the 616 anymore, right? And if that's not the case, that it erased her from all realities, every variant of her, then why was she when they were getting hit by this beam, they're getting destroyed, every variant of them everywhere in the multiverse. But then she jumps into it and she clearly gets erased, but not the other variants when that's what the energy was doing. No, it's got to erase the other variants or else this is really stupid. And if it does, that means that all of the Peggy Carter stuff that happens in 616 never happened and 616 falls apart. And then the Cap stuff doesn't make any sense. And just like you get so many problems so quick. You know, it's crazy. It's almost like they should have made Birdie or Kahori the characters that literally don't exist or have any impact outside of the show, the one that has to sacrifice himself and be erased from the entire universe, because then it would neatly tie up an arc. You know what I mean? And that like these characters who were created by what if scenarios, then to preserve um the multiverse and to save Uatu the Watcher, they then sacrificed themselves. Like it would have been totally full circle. But instead they picked Peggy Carter for reasons? What? So what if you need to do better? You need to be better. I haven't really told you this, but honestly, my name is Connor O'Farrell and I have a band. I play rock music. My whole mission with this channel on YouTube is to bring back rock music, but also talk about anything I really, care about. And I like Disney. I like Marvel. I'm a fanboy. But this is bad, guys. ChatGPT could have done better. Let's just real quick. I'm just gonna go to Twitter. I'm gonna go to Twitter. I'm gonna type in what if, and I'm just gonna click enter. Guys, let's just what if. Let's let's just let's just take a moment and just see what are some better premises. Oh, what if the other half got blipped? How about that? Seriously. Um, let's. What if? What if Thanos was Wolverine? I mean, even that's stupid though. Uh, just, just let's just not even. Just. I shouldn't even open Twitter. There's a reason I'm not showing Twitter on screen. It's just too. Oh, the Kang thing, guys. We didn't even talk about the Kang thing, guys. Oh my God, Kang, guys. Guys, this is too stupid. First off, they should have recast Black Panther. And they should have recast Kang. Like, Also, apparently Jonathan Majors, maybe I'm getting this wrong, but I heard that he got acquitted on the trial and was found completely innocent, which is just hysterical. I'm happy that they're doing Doctor Doom, and because I think the Kang thing just was kind of being not as interesting. It's forcing them to do cooler stuff. Come on, Kahori. Also, the Kahori story was just boring. It was just all of these stories this season where they have an original character and they give you their origin story. They're just not nearly as interesting because it's motivated from we want to have a character, so let's reverse engineer a story that we can write in 30 minutes. But even then, it's like you just literally ask like a YouTuber who makes videos about this stuff to write the story. They would have come up with like literally a better story. And it's what if these characters don't have to show up again, ever again. And if they do, they can be completely different because it's what if. So you could just write the most compelling story possible with this character. Do you know how much more interesting a story you could have read about Birdie? I guess maybe Birdie's a bad example, but Kahori, oh, there's another dimension with portals. How come that never comes up again? How come that never comes up again? I get that we want to tell this like revenge fantasy, like we want like yes, like and then historical fiction, like and then the Native Americans rose up and they killed the European invaders who were killing them and being, horrific. It's like I get that's great, but like, oh, like we want to see like Inglorious Bastards from Tarantino, where they kill Hitler and they kill the Nazis, and we get their comeuppance. But like, I just don't think this is the right place for it. Just in the sense that you could literally do anything in What If. Anything. If you wanted to tell a historical fiction story about Native American superhero getting revenge on the Europeans invading, like you could just do that in Moon Knight. You might as well. Moon Knight's all about like trauma and like but it's got like kind of mystic things dealing with like stuff in the past. I mean, just like the concept is what if. The concept's what if. Even in Invincible Season 2, when they go in the multiverse for like 2 seconds and they see Spider Man variants, they do better what ifs. What if the Avengers, I mean, just like, what if the Fantastic Four and the X Men and the Avengers existed, but Maestro Hulk showed up? Come on. What if the Avengers and the X Men got into an argument, but maybe they want to adapt that in something, so they're not doing it, but like, come on, there's gotta be stuff that you're not adapting that you can do. I mean, just like, yeah, guys, you gotta do better. Anyways, yeah, you. Yes, you. Let me know your thought. Like, literally, tell me in the comments, like, what did you think about this? Am I crazy, or was this just, like, insane? This was just insanely badly written. It, why is the conclusion of the show have to be the Watcher? I'm trying to think about why they did all these bad writing. It's because they wanted to. The main crux of the problem is they say, "Oh, it's infinite possibilities, infinite things happen," but then the Watcher has to intervene to create new possibilities. You're like, well, then there's not infinite things happening. There's not branching off timelines. The Watcher just has to do stuff, and like, but the reason they're saying that because what they could have done is even if they wanted to tell all these bad stories, instead of the Watcher intervening, they just happen. But likewise, your premise falls apart instantly. Because if Infinity Ultron, if beings that are human or that are just normally occurring can go throughout the multiverse with ease, like apparently the Council of Reeds probably will if they introduce that, the Kangs, then why aren't they screwing up the Watcher? And if the Infinity Stones only have power in that universe, then why does Infinity Ultron have the power to go into the fifth dimension and leave that universe and still has enough power with the Infinity Stones? I mean, there's just so many things that are like stupid. And I get at a point you have to turn your brain off, but just like If you're gonna do a wishy-washy concept and try and tie it together with some science fiction mumbo jumbo, don't give me what if a bird and a lady had a baby together. Don't write that. What if there was a Native American superhero and she got revenge? Don't write that. If it's something a 12-year-old would come up with and say, actually, you know what? I slept on it. This is kind of cringe. Maybe don't make it. Like, literally, you could have gone ChatGPT. I'm so tempted right now to type into ChatGPT and be like, give me 18 better premises for Marvel's What If. But it's just like, it's over now. It's over. I mean, what if the other half blipped is such a good example because it would literally be an alternate version of Endgame with the other half. Do you know how cool that would be? Do you know how interesting that would be? Do you genuinely understand how interesting that would be? Like, how interesting would that be? What if Civil War didn't happen and Thanos came to Earth? Would they still get their booties whipped? What if Black Panther didn't die? Like, literally, what if Shuri didn't take over? What if Namor attacked sooner? Do you know how many things there are? What if the X-Men were there and Thanos attacked? Like we saw in that universe in 838. What if 838? You know how good of an episode it'd be? Is called What If 838, and it shows the origin story of 838 before Doctor Strange got there, and you're like, uh-oh, that's the ending of the episode as Doctor Strange shows up, and you know things are about to get bad. Dude, that could have been an episode they made. Like, there's no reason it doesn't contradict anything. Like, they literally could say, what if 838? And it could have just shown the story of them fighting Thanos and how that universe got to that point and what happened after and set up conflicts and stuff. It would be must-watch TV. What if Moon Knight was actually Moon Knight from the comics? What if Moon Knight was Batman? That, you know how easy that is of a premise? You have Moon Knight. What if Moon Knight was Batman? Guys. Guys, what if Moon Knight was Batman? What if, who else did they do? Oh, God. Oh, God, the power broker, Sharon Carter. Oh, God, I watched all this stuff. Man, what if Danny DeVito was president? That's a better what if. It's not. I take that back. Actually, I take that back. I mean, I think they did what if the Avengers formed in the 80s. I mean, then again, like, I mean, just the what if concept is like, I guess what you have to do is go and redeem a lot of the bad or poorly executed characters. Just be like, what if this was actually comic accurate? Like, what if they, what if, oh my God, what if there was a comic accurate Infinity Saga? Like an Infinity Gauntlet storyline? What if they just did a comic accurate Civil War with Spider-Man or like that's what I'm saying. They could literally just have said, "Hey, all the stories we already did, so we're not going to redo them again. What if we did it like the comic?" Bro. Bro. What if I guess they're trying not to eat stuff from X-Men, so just don't do like what if Apocalypse won? You know what I mean? That's Age of Apocalypse. Like you don't need to do all that, but you're just like I don't know, I'm trying to think about it. Like what if Blade Wesley Snipes' Blade continued? Like simple stuff. Just like literally other stuff you own at this point. Literally. How about a good one? What if um the Miles Teller Fantastic Four Fant Four stick? What if that continued? You know, I don't think that anyone ever wants to see a sequel to that as a movie, but if you got them all back for an episode, that would actually be sick. Like imagine if DC did something where it was like, what if the Snyder Cut parts 2 and 3 happened, the Justice League's movie? And you got Henry Cavill back. You got all these people, not to make the full blown movie, but even if you used I know controversial. Oh my God, everyone get emotional, but no, you're real artists need to make it. I don't care. Labor theory of value is stupid. If it looks bad, have real artists touch it up. Have AI get you 80% of the way there and fix it up for the rest of the 20%. It's just like everyone's got like an ideological position over that, and like I honestly don't see a solid reason to have ideological positions about that. Um, but people just get very, radioactive towards that. And I think if you watch this deep into the video, and if you're gonna like spurg out and like write something like, "Ugh," like go for it. Actually, tell me what you think. Ah, but yeah, this was, man, just redo things from the comics. You should have done better. Oh no, like I was saying, bring back the cast for things that are never gonna get made. You know what I mean? That never were gonna get made. Like, I don't know. Like, what if The Rock was Black Adam? If this was DC's What If, like, that might have been a smarter thing to do than to actually make the Black Adam movie. In hindsight, I'm saying, of course. You're like, what if Zack Snyder made. You know what the DC should do? They should say, what if Watchmen um, was actually colorful like it is in the comic book? Because here's the thing with Watchmen, for those of you who haven't seen it, Watchmen is super dark and super edgy and super depressing in terms of content and themes, but the visuals, the art is so beautiful, so pretty, so vibrant, so jovial, so inspirational that has this really weird contrast of energies, and it's intoxicating. Problem is, Zack Snyder made the IRL movie, and it's all gray, which completely gets rid of the entire reason Watchmen's interesting. Watchmen's an interesting conflict between two different things, like extreme emotional things. Man, this is so bad. Why did they make this? Why did they make this? What if She Hulk was good? They could have done that one. Ah, what if She Hulk was good? What if Gamora? I guess they just didn't use the Guardians at all in this one, maybe because they didn't know what Guardians 3 was going to do. But even then, it's called What If. Oh, what if they actually had Guardians that were more like the video game? What if, like, it's so obvious? Man, what if, I don't know, Black Panther and Wolverine teamed up? I know it's stupid, but like, I would rather see those. Here's the thing, if you're going to do a stupid combo like this, like, Storm is Thor and Birdie and Corey and Captain Carter team up. It's like, just pick characters people want to really see. Like, what if, I don't know, Wolverine and Spider Man and Black Panther all went on an adventure together with Namor or fought him or something? I don't know. What if Namor is comic accurate instead of like trying to make him Latin American, and then we're like doing this whole extra thing? Like, Marvel's always got to be like quirky and throw a spin on it, and like it kind of worked at the beginning when they had like kind of interesting stuff and a main theme to go off of. But now you have the multiverse where there's infinite variants. It's like, make the iconic version that's in 616 just like actually the iconic version, and then your weird what if stories can be in other universes. Like, you should have recast Black Panther so he was still like the OG Black Panther, like the, like the main one that you'd expect. In the same way that Kang was stereotypically like, that's the Kang you would expect, which is nice. It's just like, come on, guys. They've just at every turn. I mean, people praise Kevin Feige. It's like, sure, sure. I mean, Creature Commandos, legitimately, once again, it's like Guardians. They took a bunch of nobody characters no one cared about, and they made something totally, totally awesome. And they built out a whole other part of that universe that no one had seen before. What if we just got an episode of Howard the Duck being a detective duck? That would have been so much funnier. Seriously, wait, why didn't we just have him being a detective? He's a duck named Howard the Duck. Why wasn't he just a detective for an entire episode? Why wasn't that an episode? Why did we get him raising a child? I don't care about that. I don't want to see that. I don't care about the realities of raising a duck. Oh my god, it's so bad. That's so bad. Know how bad that is? Did no one look at these scripts? How are the scripts in season 1 so good? Let's do a little comparison. Let's do season 1. What if? Oh, what if Strange Supreme? That was awesome. Let's see. Let's see. See, what if... Here we go. What if... Yeah. So, what if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark? What if Thor, were an only child, was awesome? You saw Captain Marvel and Thor. What if Ultron 1 was very interesting? Maybe it wasn't. What if the Watcher broke his oath? You know what? Maybe this whole thing was mid. How come no one said, what if the Watcher did good? The Agatha one was like the only one that was interesting. I don't know, bro. Marvel, I love you, but like, do better. Seriously, do better. On that note, I don't know. Leave your comments. If you like rock and roll, you like rock music, you like, I don't know, you like Arctic Monkeys, you like Weezer, you like The Strokes, you like anything like that. Give me a follow. I'm low energy Lizzo right now. Just me, friendly neighborhood Lizzo. This ain't it. Anyways, my name's Connor O'Farrell. I'm the host of a podcast called The Rock Show with Connor O'Farrell. Like, subscribe, please comment, please share the video if you liked it. Like if you liked it. Comment, let me know if you like this video. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. And honestly, I don't hate the premise, but and it's just like, it could have done one where it was like, what if the Kree and the Skrull had a war? Come on. What if there was a cool space battle? Do you know how much more interesting that would be? What if Miss Marvel time traveled again? Oh my god. What if Miss Marvel time traveled again, but it messed things up? That is such a better premise incorporating a Phase 4 thing. What if Miss Marvel time traveled again, but it messed things up? And what if Khonshu got involved? How come we didn't see Khonshu like the most interesting character in this entire thing? How did we not see Khonshu, one of the most interesting characters interested in Phase 4? Oh my god. Man. Just... What if Echo is good? Oh, that's a great one. Ha ha ha. But follow me, subscribe, like, share it. Check out the video. Check them out. Check them out. Okay. And let me know. Let me know your thoughts on this. Like, I don't know. I'm a Marvel fan at the end of the day. Like, I want these to be good, but like, I'm not gonna pretend they're good if they're not. Peace. See ya in the next video.